Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I can't even tell you how much it means to me. We'll kind of just jump right in. I am going to share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen. So bear with me. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So hopefully you can all see that. And then I guess for anyone on the call right now or hopping on, just go ahead and if you don't mind, put your name and where you're from in the chat so I can kind of just keep track of you. And if you have any questions or anything like resonates with you or whatnot tonight, go ahead and put that in the chat too. I really wanted to design this to share like my journey with all of you, in hopes that you'll recognize something in yourself about it. And I love connecting with other people who are either wanting to be on a healthier journey inside and out, and or who need the community in their lives and things like that. So I'm hoping at the end too we can we'll do some Q&A and just kind of chat and get to know each other a little bit more. So how tonight will work is I'll be sharing, like the majority of the time will just be me sharing my journey with fitness, exercise, dieting, nutrition. Nutrition is a big one for me, and kind of how it all brought me to coaching and what I do as a coach. And then at the end, I'll just wrap up with how that got me into coaching, and also if that coaching opportunity seems like something that you may want to do, how you can get started. So we'll kind of just go from there. And here's a little bit about me. So I love chronological order, so I'm just going to kind of start high level from the beginning and get us to where I am today. And so I would say growing up, I kind of recognized two main themes, if I sit here and think back, that really shaped, where I am right now today and, what coaching means for me in my life. So one was, just kind of some financial stress or pressure that I felt throughout my childhood and adolescence and early adulthood. Growing up, things were fine, but I definitely felt, like from my parents and stuff, just that strain. And I never wanted to live my life like that. And so I was always constantly looking for ways to avoid it altogether. And I'll kind of get into how that sort of came about in my adult life. But the second theme was my weight. I never was the skinny girl, and there was only a few times I was probably average. I was mostly like just over average, right? Just a little heavy. And I can probably remember as early as like 4th or 5th grade, I started really noticing it and becoming super self-conscious about it. And so, one of my early learned coping mechanisms is I just like shove it all down and put on a smile and pretend everything's okay. So that's what I would do. And never really had the chance or was ever asked to talk about things like that. I just kind of let it bottle up. So definitely throughout my life, I've just been overweight and always just like looking in the mirror or out and about and looking in the shop's windows, just always glancing and then just being ugh, that, oh my God, my tummy or my arms or something, I just was not satisfied. And I really think it's because I knew that I'm better than that, and for whatever reason, I could not get my habits to align with my work ethic on being healthy. So anyway, so we'll kind of fast forward, because I wanted to avoid that financial pressure, I always remember my, adults in my life saying, if you just go to college and graduate, you're going to be fine. Like, you won't have to worry about it. You'll have that financial freedom you want. Or that's how I translated it. So I went to college and ended up getting married at 23. We ended up having 2 kids, only a couple years apart. And so we were just kind of like living our lives. And it was in 2015, I saw my very first infomercial on Beachbody, and it was 21 Day Fix. And I was like, that looks okay. I could probably do that. Like, and I knew I had to do something at home. I had 2 little kids. So I bought the DVDs, and I think I got like maybe through week 1, and I gave up. And that trying stuff and then giving up on it pretty quickly was my MO. Or I would maybe like do something for a while, maybe, a couple of weeks or something, and then I would reward myself with food. So I was developing really bad nutrition habits of rewarding myself with like food and alcohol. And that didn't, get me to my health goals. So anyway, life goes on. We're raising our kids, but our marriage just really was getting a little bit shaky and wasn't awesome. And I really think, for me, on my perspective, that all of my limiting beliefs, all of my bad coping mechanisms, just kind of started wreaking havoc in my life. And I just kind of got to this like boiling point. So fast forward to 2017, I didn't know how to fix my marriage. I didn't know how to, become the mom that I wanted to be. I was being really impatient with my kids, and I would look at myself and just think, this is not how I imagine this going. They're young years. They're young years. I just, I look back and I did not enjoy myself, and I have to blame myself for that, because of the habits that I had chosen to partake in and continue on. And I just thought, if I can just get through this, if I can just get through this year, if I can just get through this age, everything will be okay. And, it never was. Our income was okay. It just wasn't what I had dreamed of. And again, I didn't know how to fix that. I didn't see a way out of that. But all of those things I didn't know how to fix, I did know that I had control over my fitness and my nutrition. How I showed up and how I would decide not to quit yet again, the food and alcohol that I decided to put in my mouth or not, I had complete control over those 2 things no matter what. So in 2017, I had remembered Beachbody's workout program. And so I found a coach online on social media, and I was pretty much at my rock bottom. So I was ready to do whatever she wanted me to do. The first thing she told me to do was to pick a workout program and just stick with it. And so I did a 30-day program, and it was like the first thing that the first exercise thing that I did and didn't quit on. And and also from there, I started meal prepping. So I started leaning into one of the nutrition programs that Beachbody has that I still use today, like with the little colored containers. And I started to meal prep, and I have not quit meal prepping since. So it'll be 4 years in January. I started kind of getting some good momentum. And, I was noticing that I was losing some weight, and other people were noticing it too. And I really started to feel so much better. So things were starting to shift. However, in 2018, my husband and I ended up getting divorced or separating, and then our divorce was final near the end of 2018. So that brought on its own set of challenges and fear. And honestly, I just sat there feeling like a complete failure. on every level. I had, you know, all of that fear that I had around finances and financial stress and pressure just exploded. And I had no idea how I was going to be able to afford to have a home with my kids by myself. I figured the thought of ever taking them to Disneyland, I've never been to Disneyland, so it's a big one on our list, was out the window. I didn't even know if I could afford, how I was going to afford my monthly bills, and forget about anything extra. So that was a huge moment, I guess, for me, or like period. But ultimately, I knew I needed to have a second source of income. So I really thought hard about going back to bartending because I'd done that in college, but I decided against it because I am such a sponge. If I'm around a bunch of unhealthy habits, I will very easily think that that's just okay, and that's okay for my life too. But on the flip side, if I surround myself with people who are raising the bar and doing more than me and pursuing healthier things and scarier things, like they're pushing themselves out of their comfort zone, that's how I'm going to show up too. So this is like late 2018. I had been following a few Beachbody coaches, and I really resonated with a couple of them because it seemed like they had kind of hit a rock bottom situation. I would say not my story, they had their own story, but in that way, or they would just talk about like their life before they ever found coaching and found Beachbody, and kind of found this healthier lifestyle. And then they would talk about like that in between part and how they like rised up from that, and now they're living this life that is, they're financially free, and they have time freedom, and literally like living a life that they never ever imagined was possible. And I was like, I resonated with that so much. And I honestly, at that time, I needed help. I needed some community. Like I said, I needed those people in my life that were gonna like raise the bar in front of me so that I would raise my own. So in January 2019, I leaned in. I went from a customer, Beachbody customer, just doing the workout programs and nutrition, and I switched over to coaching, and and then just leaned in. I had no idea what I was going to be doing. I didn't know like if I was going to succeed or not. I have had a lot of tries and get like a lot of things I would try and then just give up on. And I was super afraid that this coaching was going to be that yet again, but times like 100, because I'm showing up on social media and talking to my friends and family in my personal life about it. And if I decided to just quit, then it was going to be catastrophic for me. This is how I'm feeling. Anyway, so 2019, I just started leaning into the things that my coach told me to do. And I'll get into that a little bit now because it really, well, actually, let me kind of go into that. One of the things, again, she told me to do was pick a program and stick with it, and like let it change you, right? Like it hasn't before. And I really, I guess, needed that person to just tell me that again, like pick a program and do it, and stop thinking that you can do it better when you're doing it on your own, or you're just doing a couple workouts here and there. Like that's not how it's designed. So show up and get the whole thing done. So I started doing that, and I have not stopped like starting a program and completing it like as it's been designed. And I don't know how many I've done now. But that's really where I found a ton of my physical results too. I was kind of like wavering before, like in 2018. And so 2019 was a rocket ship for my physical transformation. And I also stepped up my game on nutrition and started following it more and more to a T. Probably not ever 100% perfect, but I continued with the meal prep. I started drinking Shakeology, which was a huge game changer. I mean, it's my breakfast now. So like it has so many good healthy benefits that are way beyond protein that I didn't even realize. And so I really just leaned into those things, like the products themselves, and then it gave me all of this information to start sharing with others. And it had helped me so much that I wanted to share it with others. And especially when I would hear a friend say, you know, oh, I tried this thing and it didn't work or whatnot, you know. The community, again, was something that I never had and I never leaned into. And so I just made an effort to do that, and it has changed the game for me. Like, I will get, you know, tired of a workout program, or I'll get tired of waking up early and showing up all the time, or I'll get tired of, you know, doing X, Y, and Z in my coaching business. And I always just lean into this community. My challenge group, they're like, these women are amazing. They're just like showing up for their goals, and we talk honestly about our struggles and stuff. And then my coaching community, where everybody is sharing and learning and doing all those things, and really just wanting everyone to succeed around them. So, and then another thing that really helped in me was personal development. So these are all things my coach told me to do when I started coaching. And personal development is probably the game changer for everything. For me, it starts with my mind. Like, I can mind over matter myself for a while, but it will not give me lasting results. So I can like not eat dessert for a month or not have any wine for a month, but it's like pure mind over matter, right? But as soon as I start changing my mindset around it, like the game is over. Like it's a completely different game. So the same thing with working out, you know. Honestly, personal development has gotten me to get over a lot of those like unhealthy habits, a lot of like beating myself up internally and just like shoving all the stuff that I don't want to deal with or don't know how to deal with inside, and just pretending everything's okay. And I am looking forward to just letting that like continue to grow me and change me, because I really believe that like as a society, we are lacking that in a big way. But anyway, so I guess it's just worth saying that coaching has really changed my life because of all of those like basic pillars that my coach first told me to do. And the fact that I can help provide like or supplement my day job income with this business is everything. Like, I guess I am one of those people that like I have to go in with a purpose. I never really thought about like having a job that serves people, but being a coach really like mirrors, like it takes like the creative side of me and then like the side of me that wants to help people and puts them together and makes like a paycheck every week. It's just nuts. But it's been an amazing experience. So I'll switch the slide now over here. I wanted to go into a few things. If you are a coach now, or if you want to jump into coaching, or maybe you're not really sure if this opportunity is for you, I wanted to make sure that tonight we talked a little bit about that, because the thing is I never thought that coaching would be for me. I saw these girls on social media showing up like they do, and I'm like, that is not me. That's not my life. Like, that's awesome that works for her, but like, that's not me, right? So I want to make sure that I say, like, majority of successful coaches go into it with a similar mindset to them than that. They never like grew up thinking they were going to be a coach helping other people get healthy, right? Just hooking people up with solutions to live a healthier and more fulfilling life. So these are some of the common objections that I hear a lot, and that like my coaching community would hear a lot. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about them, because I probably had all of these at some degree or to some degree. And it just kind of depends on you. But a lot of people will say, you know, I don't know if I'd be a good coach because I'm not good at selling, or I don't want to sell. Like, that's not my jam. And that's me too. I used to work at a makeup counter, and you know, you get commission, so you're selling. And I just thought I could never sell something that I didn't believe in. Like, thank goodness I found a makeup counter that, or I landed in one that I really liked the product, so it was easy. But here's the thing. What I just said about picking a program, a workout program, and sticking to it, deciding to lean into the nutrition and just trusting that process, or Shakeology or something like that, you just do that thing, and then you just pay attention to how it's changing your life, and then you share it. And that's basically what selling is. You're really not selling anything. And I would say if you feel like you're selling, you're probably doing it wrong. You know, we need to come back and do some personal development, or you just need to maybe start paying attention to how your body is changing and how your mood is changing when you're consistent with these products and things. And another one I hear is, I don't have time. And believe me, I know. I mean, I'm a single mom. I have my kids about half the time. So when they're with me, I mean, it is game on. I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I am a chauffeur, a counselor, a therapist, a house cleaner, a cook, like, it's all the things. And it's very mentally draining too for me. So, but I had to figure out how to really work in the pockets of my time. I do have a full-time day job as well, and a social life, you know, and family. So I just work in the pockets of my time, and I figure out what are like the few things that are gonna like help me connect with more people that need this solution. What are the few things that are gonna help me, you know, just kind of grow, right? And I do those things. And sometimes it's 10-minute break at work. Sometimes it's a half an hour on my lunch, you know, or whatnot. But that's what it is. And then when I don't have my kids, I can do a little bit more. But it's going to be whatever your life looks like. You can absolutely do it in those small increments, for sure. In fact, I would say most Beachbody coaches have full-time jobs. And some of them, even the higher up ones, have a career that they love and they don't want to give up, so they do both. And then another one I hear is, I'm not inspiring. And I just wish, you know, I guess I said that about myself, so I get where you're coming from on that one. But here's the thing, is you showing up on your social media, or like at the barbecue that you're going to this weekend with your friends or whatnot, if you're just showing up and telling people what you're doing and what you love about it, like, you're going to reach people who are like, oh man, I get her, or like, I resonate with that. And I am here to tell you that there are hundreds of thousands of people in this world that need to hear you. They don't want to hear me. They're not going to resonate with me. They need to hear you. And so don't try to inspire people. Just show up as you, your best authentic self, and the work is done. It's not something that you might see right away, but it will definitely trickle in over time. And then another really common one, and I have a lot of close friends and coaches that I think have said this to me, is I think I'd like to coach, but I'm gonna wait until I lose this weight that I wanna lose. And it hurts my heart, because for one, like, because we do a lot of our work on social media, and it's all visual, people who have, people who start coaching and have weight to lose, and then go through the process of doing that in a healthy way, you know, like I said, picking the program, losing the weight, getting more toned, feeling amazing, leaning into the nutrition, drinking the Shakeology, like doing all those things, like, people get to see that journey, and you attract so many people who need this solution. And because you're going through the journey in real time, you have a ton of stuff to talk about. And so really, you have a huge advantage if you have weight to lose and you have that physical transformation that you want and need. Because like I said, we're visual people. So I'm not saying you have to like put on a bikini and post a picture of yourself, 100 pounds overweight or anything, but you do it in whatever flavor you want. But when people get to see that journey and then they get to hear from you day to day, like on your stories or whatnot, or just through your posts, that is like, that triggers something inside of people. So if that is what's holding you back, we've got to get that out of your mind right now. And then another one is, I don't know enough people. So this is a funny one because I know a lot of people aren't super comfortable with social media. I was not either. Like, I can't even imagine, looking into my phone, recording myself talking, like as I'm walking down the street. Like, I just couldn't, like before when I started. And I've only been doing this a year and a half. Like, I know that it happens quickly, right? Like, you get used to it. But if you're deciding to run a lot of your business online on social media or whatnot, like, how can you say that you don't know enough people, right? And I guess say, out of my own experience, is sometimes the people you do know aren't the people that you're gonna connect with for this, fitness and nutrition solution and this healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. So it's really your job to go out and find those people that do resonate with you, that maybe they have a similar story as yours, or you have the same like love for this dog park in your city or whatever it is, or you have kids the same age. Why not? That way, you're just connecting with like a friend, right? You're just like showing up at this party and you're like, hey, you were really cool to talk to. Let's be friends. It's just really about that. So I mean, if you choose not to run your business on social media, then yeah, you're going to have to really be showing up at events and things like that, and talking to friends of friends and family members of friends and things like that. So I still think that there's plenty of people out there, and I really honestly think that's more of an excuse. But the social media training is out there for all of our coaches. I can help my coaches through that too. So no worries on that. And then lastly, I think this is maybe more of a running joke these days because I don't think people actually believe things are a pyramid scheme. I think maybe that word is thrown around a lot, but honestly, like, obviously it is not a pyramid scheme because they are illegal. Beachbody is a reputable company. They've been around for over 20 years. And if you've ever heard our CEO, Carl Daikeler, talk, he has this passion for helping people live this healthy, fulfilling life like I've never heard it before. But Beachbody really didn't start as a network marketing business. They were just creating these workout programs and nutrition programs and putting it out into the world and on infomercials and things. And how Carl Daikeler explains it is they were, selling DVDs or VHSs or whatever they were at that point, and probably DVDs. And, they were just engaging with people after they would buy and to see, like who was still being successful in their journeys. And they noticed there was a large group of people that just, gave up right away, like probably me in 2015 when I made it a week. And then there was this group of people who were sticking with it, and they were ordering another program and another. And so they would interview them and say, what's going on with you? Like, how are you doing this program? You're sticking with it. You're getting great results. Like, what's your secret? And they're like, oh, I asked my neighbor to do it with me, or my sister comes over in the morning and we work out together. And so they started to realize that it's really this community that is helping people stay, on this path of good health. It's like I said kind of earlier, I can mind over matter stuff for a little while, but not for very long, and definitely not in order to get long lasting results. And so it's a similar concept, right? So they created this, the network, or they chose this network marketing model and wanted to, reward those people who we're choosing a healthier lifestyle, and basically just being like, hey friend, not sure what we're doing or what I'm doing here, but do you want to maybe do it with me and we can figure it out together? Like that kind of thing. And that's really all it is about, right? You're just showing up and getting your own results, and you're just inviting people to do it with you. And so, you know, the reward for that and the ability to create income for your family. And right now, I'm telling you, with COVID, I mean, I can't imagine how many companies that were only brick and mortar, were only having their employees come into the office. There was no hope of, you know, remote working. I bet you there are so many companies out there that are having to pivot very quickly, right? But if you think about it, we've always been in a situation where we need that flexibility to make money, but also be home with our kids, you know, with our sick or elderly parents or relatives, for our dog, you know, because we can't commute, you know, or don't want to, or it's too costly. So this is really a way that, I mean, I know a lot of coaches that are moms that started building their business when their kids were super young and had to be home. They were home with them. And now they have retired their husbands and like never had to set foot into a corporate job again. So obviously, like, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or wealth or income. It's all based on your hard work and how much, you know, your effort you put forth. But there is that opportunity there, and that is what I'm really excited about too, because my whole goal is to have financial freedom and time freedom. Like, that's all I want in life. And obviously good health, which is why we're kind of here. So a lot of people are like, and I was too, I was so confused. I'm like, what does a coach actually do? And it actually did take me a while to understand this fully. I'm not talking about like the day-to-day stuff. If you want to talk about that a little bit more, about what the actual like things that I do, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening kind of thing, then we can talk about that after the call. Or, you know, email me or whatnot. But really, it just comes down to these three things. And when I feel stuck, which I do often, I really have to come back to these three things, because keeping it high level really gets me out of my own way so much. And so, number one, work on becoming the best you. Like, we've talked about that, right? Already, is picking that workout program, deciding to stick with it, and making it your non-negotiable. You know, leaning into, I say leaning into because I have a hard time with believing something to be true, I guess. Or I feel like I can do it better, you know? But when I lean into something that I have judgment on, it usually works out. So I have to admit that. But working on becoming the best you, whatever that means. Like, if that means you have weight to lose and you want, you know, that transformation, you want to feel good in your own skin again and have, you know, those jeans fit, then that's awesome. You know, if you want to earn money to help supplement your family's income, that's amazing. If, you know, you just want to be around for your kids and you want to stop like decades of family illness that's been passed down to you, like, that's amazing. So working on becoming the best you, whatever that means. And then number two, shine your light for others. So that just means showing up. You know, you could be doing all of these amazing things at home, you know, getting awesome results, drinking that shake that makes you feel like $1 million, whatever it is. But if you don't like share it, if you hide it and don't talk about it to anyone, then nobody gets to see that. Nobody gets to see you changing your life. Therefore, they know they could change theirs. And like I said, I'll say it again, people are going to resonate with you. I don't care if you think you're the most boring person out there. Whatever you have inside of you is going to resonate with somebody else, right? They're going to be like, I feel her on that, you know, and they're not going to resonate with like maybe anything that I say, you know? And that's the beauty of this, is like, you were made to be this special, like 100% unique person. Like, that was not by accident. So shine your light so we can all see it. And then 3, helping others do the same. And that's just, you know, like I run a challenge group where anybody that joins me gets into this virtual group, and we get to check in with each other every day. And I mean, I'm just going by my personal experience, but what I know. And if they have questions, I will help them. But we're really just like making this space for everyone to come into and say, hey, we're all here to try, we're here to, you know, stay committed to our workout goals. We're here to break some really bad habits that we've developed over nutrition or whatnot. And we're just kind of all helping each other down that road. So anyway, when I get really stuck, or I just love coming back to these 3 things, because that's really all what it's about. So the next couple of slides, I just wanted to kind of talk about some actual tangible things that you can, that really kind of resonated with me when I first started. Because I was like overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do or how to get there, or what to, like, it seemed like there was a million things that I should have and do that I had no idea how to do. So I want to keep it super simple. When you first sign up to be a coach, you know, if you're looking to work the business, or if you are just looking to pay for your own product because you are on a health journey and you want to, you know, have that paid for, or need to have that paid for. Some people can't afford this on an ongoing basis. And like, how sad is it that we have to choose between like not being able to afford something and like the thing that will help us get healthy, you know? So a lot of people do it just for that too. You also get a discount as a coach. So that's kind of another thing. But goal 1 is to just help 3 people a month. And that's just like we said before, just, you know, saying, I'm trying this new thing. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Do you want to do it with me? So let's just say you help 3 people a month, and we call that Success Club in Beachbody. But your first 3 signups, you'll earn $50 each. So you make $150, which is basically what you pay to get started. Now, what you pay to get started, let me just make sure I tell you that you're not just paying that money. You are paying for the program, for the workout library, for the shake, for the community, for the challenge group that your coach has. Those products are all yours, and that all of that money is going to help you get started on your journey. So let's say you help 3 people, you earn $150 a month 1. Second month, you help 3 more people. So now you have 6 people that you've helped. So you're going to earn another $150 that month. And then let's say also in month 2, those 3 people you helped in month 1, they have Shakeology on auto ship, which I do and I love, especially right now because shipping is really delayed all over the place. And if I didn't have it on auto ship, I'd be like running out and my nutrition would be derailed. Anyway, so you have those first 3 people that have also gotten their second bag of Shakeology, and you earn $96. So you've now earned $246 in month 2. I just want you to think about that. Like, what would $246 mean for you, for your family? Like, that could be your car payment, right? Just by deciding to do a journey, do a health journey, and invite others in to do it with you. You don't have to know what you're doing. Okay, so month 3, let's say you help 3 more people. So you now have helped 9 people get started. And so you earn another $150 that month 3. And then let's say the people from month 1 and 2 also have their shake on auto ship, and you earn $192 from that. You now have earned $396 in month 3. So over the course of 3 months, you could earn almost $800. Like, that could be a family vacation, right? Like, that could pay off your credit card bill or pay it down, right? Like, I just think about that, and I know people that would kill for $800 a month, and or they can't even imagine what that would do for their family. And just, again, this is all by just you deciding to get out of your own way do the thing that you really want to do. I mean, the people that sign up to be a coach, I mean, you have some health journey that you're working towards, whether that's mental health, physical health, you know, just the health of growth, right? Like breaking bad habits and growing more into who you were meant to be. Anyway, so that's kind of a breakdown of, you know, kind of your goal, right? That if you want to do that. And that's what we call Hitting Success Club for 3 months in a row. You also get a ton of other bonuses, like a free ticket to our annual training. It's usually in July. And like just a lot of stuff. So that's just a little example. And then this, I'll just mention, I didn't get a good graphic in here, but I kind of touched on this in the last slide, but when you sign up, you will usually kind of connect you with a challenge pack. Right now, we're doing Muscle Burns Fat, and it's amazing. It's so much more than what you see right here. So with any challenge pack, you're gonna get the full year streaming access to every single Beachbody workout that they have, old, new, and everything in between. You get early access to Muscle Burns Fat, which is gonna come out on everyone's bod probably at the end of December. And then for the first time ever, they have included our 2 nutrition programs. So that first one that I mentioned that I use is Ultimate Portion Fix. Comes like those little colored containers. And it's so good for like balanced macros plus portion control. I am horrible at portion control unless I use these containers. So they're a lifesaver. But normally these nutrition programs are their own challenge pack. So they're like $160, $180 on their own. And you get them, you get the digital versions of them with the containers included in this. You also get a bag of the Shakeology. You can do a sample pack if you'd prefer. You get a shaker cup, you get the recipe guide, nutrition guide. And it also comes with the bod ropes. So in Muscle Burns Fat, we use these like cordless weighted jump ropes a lot. So that's another piece of equipment you can kind of put in your arsenal. You also get, of course, access to your coach, me, and the groups that I run. So I have a ongoing challenge group where everybody's in, and you kind of just do whatever, like if you're in between programs or whatnot, you just do that. And then every now and then, like right now, I'm doing a specific group just for people who are doing Muscle Burns Fat. And so that's freaking exciting. It's so fun to watch these girls, and it's really awesome to be doing the same workout program as others, because you can kind of be like, hated that one, or it was tough, or whatever, you know, and you don't feel like you're alone in it. So that's kind of just a breakdown on the challenge pack. And the Muscle Burns Fat one is on special this month still. I think it's going to go up in September, but it's $160. So if you remember, you can sign up as a coach and help 3 people, and you basically earn that back. So I'll just kind of wrap up now. I guess here I wanted to share that something that has happened to me since coaching is that financial piece. It's really more of just like a scared mindset around finances, like not having a very healthy relationship with money, thinking that it's always trying to escape me, and the idea that there's never enough, right? It's the scarcity mindset. And like I had said earlier, when I found myself divorced and not really sure how I was going to afford much of anything besides my monthly bills, the idea that I knew I had to figure out a place to live with my kids for the long term. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to buy a house. Oh my gosh, like how do I even do that? Like, how is that even gonna be possible? Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to afford a mortgage on my own. And again, it's just a lot of scarcity mindset bullshit. But this picture here at the bottom is me sitting on a piece of land, a lot, where my house is currently being built. And I have worked really, really hard at my money mindset, and I still have a long way to go. But for the first time ever, I'm going into this new mortgage by myself, knowing full well I have to afford the mortgage, I have to afford any maintenance that comes with it, I have to afford all my other monthly expenses, and I have to afford vacations, right? I have to be able to live my life with my kids. I'm going to have to pay for their sports that they're going to do. And I know, because I have this opportunity with Beachbody and with coaching, that at any point I can make more money, right? Like, I don't have to be scared anymore about not being able to pay my bills or getting into debt, because I know that with hard work and my consistency and my ability and my desire, I guess, to live a healthier life is going to attract other people who want to do the same. And that is really gonna, like, my whole goal is to have my Beachbody, my coaching income cover my mortgage, and we're almost there. But it's not going to come without hard work or dedication or consistency. And so every single time I think about giving up, or is this for me, or oh my gosh, I just got 100 no's or whatever it is, I just think about this like energy that I have now, or I guess this less stress that I have about, will I be able to afford my mortgage payment? And now I know, like, I will. Somehow I will make it happen, and it will be through the coaching opportunity. So anyway, that is that's what helps me get through it. So if you guys are on this call and you are ready to do this, even if you're just ready to like get into working out regularly, getting into nutrition more, I would really recommend just signing up as a coach, because you get a 25% discount on all your products. And I swear, once you start drinking Shakeology like every day for a month, you're never going to want to stop. You can also get your money back. If it's not for you, you can return an empty bag to them and they'll give you your money back. So, but what I want to help you do, like, I know kind of things are crazy and back to school is weird, but I'm sure there are some back to school expenses coming up for you if you're a parent. I'm going to give $25 to you when you sign up as a coach and bring a friend along. And then so I'll give $25 to you and to your friend. So really your package, it's like the base pack right now for that MBF, which is what I would recommend because it's the best value right now with those nutrition programs, is $160 and then $25 off that. So now is the time. But I will just check the chat to see if there's anything in there. Okay, so I think we're good there. And so I will also, sorry, try to stop sharing. Okay. Hi, Jessica. Okay, so I'll wrap it up here. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out. I would love to hear from you a little bit more. And if you resonated with anything, I would love to know that too. All right, have a good night, guys.